Hey everyone, it's Ryan 1940 here, and we are back in Sea Power Naval Combat in the Missile Age. Today we are taking a look at a mission called Sunda Strait, which is the 4th mission in the series Pacific Strike, which is made by a talented mission creator named Ian. Basically, we've got to run through the Sunda Strait, which is right here. It's between the island of Sumatra and Java, and it's important because that goes out into the Indian Ocean. So this is kind of a critical waterway. We're tasked with running that way to go escape down to Australia. And the briefing said that there's going to be an enemy submarine and surface force that are racing to close the strait, and we need to get out of there. Now the goal is to have all our ships survive, but at the very minimum, Scott and this Sea Lift Caribbean Sea must survive. Okay, so we've got our helicopter up. We're going to start checking in on these boats and see what's what. Alright, this guy doesn't respond, but those guys do. Let's see if we could get another contact to ask. Does not respond. Does not respond. Okay, let's go take a look. So for VIDing ships, one thing I like to do in this game is draw your waypoint through the guy, so you know right off the nose if you see a contact, that's the thing that you're interested in. And so we can see really clearly right here, there is another sampan. So we're going to call that neutral. And now we've got some contacts over here. Do the same thing. There's two of them. Oh, they're actually going 43 knots, so I'm gonna say they're not gonna respond to us because those are likely hostile boats. You don't see merchants typically going 43 knots unless they're some rich dude in a speedboat. Okay. Yep, I can see them over there. Like I said, once again, draw your waypoint through. You see them off the nose really clearly. That is some sort of torpedo boat. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like two high-speed torpedo boats. Alright, let's pull away from that because we don't know what kind of gun systems they have. Just kind of loiter around here while we figure some stuff out. So, comes to those torpedo boats. I don't know the different types and what they all carry in terms of torpedoes, so we're most interested about the max range of these things. Of the weapon systems, right? So this is a Polish one. This is what we need to look at. You said 80s, 9.7, so that's relatively far. Set 40s, 4.4, not going to be worried about that. 5.5, 4.5, not going to worry. 3.7. East Germany, so was it, you said 80s, 9.7 is the largest ranged one. Okay, so we want to know that because we want to figure out what room we got to engage, how much room we have to engage with those boats. So the thing is, we have the Mark 45 guns, all right, their range is 12.4 nautical miles, so we're saying the 9.7 range torpedo, if that's the worst case, we'll just go with that. So from there's not a lot of margin for error, right? There's only a few miles, and if these guys are going 45 knots, they're going to collapse the range pretty quickly, so if we miss a lot of shots with our 5-inch, and we don't slow them down, they will get into the range where they could employ their weapon, assuming that's the type of boat that can carry that. It might not be. It might be the one that's 4.5, and I'm just being really cautious. But if we play it against the worst possible case, we probably want to use the SM-1s to try and kill those things at range and basically be a one-shot, one-hit thing. I don't want to use the harpoons because the briefing did say there's a bunch of merchants, and we've already seen a bunch of merchants, so like I'm guessing that's probably a merchant over there. He's going 14 knots, and he's not really lighting us up with any radar system aside from that's probably just a regular comnav. Yes, comnav stuff, surface search radar. So we'll use the SMs on Scott here. Well, let's call this hostile. Definitely a hostile torpedo boat of some sort. And they're coming right at us. Alright. Can't wait to see this. Oh, this game is so cool looking. Can't ever get over it. I mean, look at this. You got ships bobbing around, weaving, about to launch missiles. Doesn't get much better than that. There we go. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and fire at this guy. Let's just watch what happens. So, I've said it in a different video, using your SM-1s against surface boats is a really good tactic that you should use in the right case. Whoa, man. Not good enough, buddy. Sorry. Right to the chin. And kind of just to summarize what I said in the other video with the SMs, it's good to have the positive control because you're only going to shoot at what you're radiating. You're not going to accidentally hit the sampans. It's not like a harpoon. You're not actually going to pick up the larger radar contact in the back. You're only going to go to what you're spotlighting. So use those guys, and it's you see here it's a fast way to kill a small boat that could potentially threaten your forces. If we were to use the Mark 45 5-inch guns, that is a good tactic as well against small boats, but if it takes too long and our position's discovered, remember in this scenario we're trying to run away and get out of range. Nice. Alright, both those guys are dead. We're trying to run through the Sunda Strait. We don't really want to be known, and those guys would certainly give our position away, so we'll kick out. Actually, let's put one here, make sure there's no hidden submarine along our path. If I remember correctly, yeah, we're gonna go, yep, kind of this way. So we'll just drop it along our path to make sure, and then we'll check on these guys. That's a merchant, okay. And we'll ask, 31 knots. Well, I'm gonna say they're not gonna identify themselves because these are probably hostile. We were told in the briefing, or the pop-up I think that happened, I think it was the briefing, that enemy would be sprinting down from the north to try and close off the strait, so this is in line with that intel that we got. 31 knots, you're not going to see a cluster of merchant vessels, very large or semi-large vessels doing that. That is very sus. So we'll drop sonobuoys first, and then we'll kind of investigate what the heck that is, but I get a feeling that those are the bad guys. Okay. Let's make sure everyone's everyone's in formation. It's good. Okay, we're at MCON. Mooseburger is our only ASW platform with the towed array and Nixie, and then she's got SH2s along with the Scott. So got a few helicopters. I think we were expecting a Romeo, so that's not going to be too hard to kill. It's just trying to catch that guy before he gets into his 53-65 range. Yeah, look at that. 4 of those guys going high speed. Alright, this buoy down here is just to make sure that we're not getting hit by any surprise torpedoes. If I was to throw a submarine out to ambush a group, I'd probably try to hide them around here. Just kind of mask ourselves from the approach with this terrain here. Okay, so we need to that's a merchant, alright, and then we'll have to make a kind of a visual pass at these guys, identify them. There's a way that I like to do it is basically pretending we have binoculars, you know, because the AI flight crew is not really good at VIDing things at range. Kind of wish it was like, you know, War on the Sea, there's I think a button you can press and it gives you the binos and the first person like bino view from an aircraft, which I think is really cool. It'd be kind of cool to be able to do this, take a look at stuff. But we'll just pretend all we're doing here is once this drops, we'll draw a waypoint through there, and then we're gonna just zoom in on the camera. I can already see something over there, and then figure out what that ship is, if it's hostile or if it's just some weird high-speed merchant, which I don't think exists in the game. Okay, let's speed this up, get this going. Alright. Buoy away. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what I thought was a vessel is an island, but there is the first contact here. This looks like some sort of that's the corvette, I think. No, that's a frigate. It's that really lightweight frigate. I keep forgetting the name of that thing. Hold on, let's go. Unit reference. It's the one that's like 1,000 tons. Petya, yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, we are really close. Okay, that looks like a... maybe a Krivak? I don't know what the other guys are. Yeah. Okay. Well, nonetheless, so you see there's 4 hostiles, so... Oh man, please don't get shot down. It's just my luck with helicopters. SH-2s, they just always die. I can't ever keep them safe. Oh man. Okay, let's get lower, let's get lower. Crap, crap, crap. Okay, I think it's ceased. Unfortunately, you can see here, this is the dilemma we have with the... We can fire at them. They don't... At the moment, I don't think they know where we're at because they haven't shot at us yet. And I think their best chance was probably these 2 patrol boats, which we sunk with the SMs. So those guys, I guess, didn't identify us. If that is a Krivak that's out there, they have the Silex missile, which goes 27 nautical miles. So they would have shot at us because we're, you know, if we look here. Oh, actually, they wouldn't have. All right, I'll take that back. I thought we were within range. Okay, well, we'll see if we get shot at, because if they do know where we're at, they're going to fire at us. If one of these is the Krivak, once we get within 27 nautical miles. So we'll just keep this guy back a little bit. If I remember correctly, the Krivak might have the SAM system that goes like 16 nautical miles. Okay, we're losing the contacts here. Let's probably have to raise the altitude a little bit. Alright, there they are. Yeah, as long as we stay out of 16 nautical miles, we're good. This should be approaching Silex range, so if they should shoot at us now if they knew about us. They might be firing right now. Okay, well, I guess not. Well, they've made it to the strait, so we're gonna have to fight our way through. Ooh, there's some other radar echoes over there as well. They're not really moving, so I wonder if those are like sampans. Alright. Let's, we're basically waiting to see if we get contact on our sonobuoys or on Totore if there's a sub out there. We're just gonna have to shout. Oh no. I think those 2 enemy ships just ran aground. Oh, that is... There would be over there. Maybe we can take a look. It's just so hazy. We'll see what's out there. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So, is that the Krivak? I can't tell. That looks like the Petya, maybe. Yeah, that's the meager size, so that's the Petya. This guy, I'm not sure if that's... Kind of looks like a Krivak. Might be the Krivak. Anyways, don't want to get too close to that. Well, we do want to identify these other guys down here. That's important. Oh. Okay, so that merchant coming down, and these two are, yeah, 20 knots in line. Those are those boats down there. Those are hostiles. I think we're taking some flak hits. I just don't know from what direction. Is that coming from that way? Oh boy. Oh no. Alright, we got some SSN-3s coming in. Okay, here it goes. Good. Let's see how this goes. So I think that was one so far. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good hits. Good hit. Alright, so far so good. I'll have to look up the Kinda and the Kashin. I think the Kashin doesn't have... Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, good. Good, nice. Alright, I think that whole barrage is over. So the Kinda, let's take a look. Yeah, so she's got 8 of those. I'm assuming she's the one that fired those. Yeah, okay. The Shattuck. And the Kashin, I don't believe has anything beyond that. Yeah, that's Sam, which is 16 nautical miles, so we're good with her. So, yep, that is the Krivak with the... Is she getting off the beach? No, she's still kind of stuck. Yeah, okay. So they got the Silex, which is 27 nautical miles, and then I'm assuming the other guy, yeah, the Petya there. Okay, cool. Let's speed this up so we're not taking forever. We just got to get around the bend and okay, there's 2 left there. Oh, 3. Okay, yeah, I did count 5 last time. And I thought I seen other engagements beforehand. So, okay, that's truly 8 missiles now. Alright, let's get the helicopter out. Whoa! ASS 6. Wow. You know, that reminds me, this is the perfect time to put on our sensors. Yeah, once we get shot at, there's really no need to hide yourself because the enemy knows where you're at. Clearly, they fired at you, so thanks for the reminder, whoever did that. Probably a TU-16. Yeah, I'm trying to... It's just such a hard task to micro the helicopter and then watch all the other things going on in the map. Yeah, these guys are not going to talk to us because they are they're probably this. I think they look like torpedo boats when I briefly saw them. Yeah, there they are, going around the bend. Problem is I need to get sonobuoys in, but we need to be careful about the other vessels around here. We might be able to get a sonobuoy dropped over here. We'll drop one and then I think we'll be in range soon for the Scott. Yep, there she goes. Yeah, you can see her right over there. Ooh, there's a ASHM site, so there's a missile battery there. Yeah, there's no getting around that one. That is going to be... Yeah. The Silkworm site, I think the worst range one is like 20 something nautical miles, like 21 or 22. Clearly this is enough range to encompass all that, yeah. Alright, well let's use our 5-inch on these dudes. Right on the horizon there. Good old gun line. That's so cool. And actually, we can use our helicopter to do some spotting. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, that one got hit. Ooh. Alright, we're probably going to have to slow them down a little bit, get them to be some better stabilized platforms here, like go to 1/3 maybe. Okay, one's hit pretty bad, that's good. Oh man. Whoa. Perfect timing. Look at that. Oh, that's crazy just seeing these warships on the horizon like that. I think it's not long before that fate is going to be the other guy too. That's a cool shot. Let's wait for it. It's just a matter of time now. Come on. So there's the SH2 over there in the horizon. I'm surprised these guys aren't gunning it, trying to just cut in, get some shots off. You know, we could tell Preble there to engage with the 5-inch as well. Man, any mission where you can use guns and stuff on targets is absolutely fun. This is a great mission. I'm really worried about that stupid Romeo. It's out there somewhere. We need to find it. Fortunately, there's just too much going on at the moment to focus on it. The other thing we have to worry about is that missile site, because I don't know their reload times, but they do reload. And if we're coming through, they're going to just take pop shots at us. Alright, good hit. That's really cool. Just getting bullied by 3 destroyers. This is pretty funny because this is, if you don't know, destroyers got their name to be torpedo boat destroyers. That's the short version of it. And so it's basically going back to our roots here as destroyermen, killing a torpedo boat of all things. Ah, love the visuals. Love it. Look, the haze is like perfect in this game. It just really nails it. You really get the sense it's like humid out. Man, I wonder if this thing's even capable of launching its torpedoes at this point. We'll find out soon. We're getting pretty close there in the range. Oh, never mind. We're not going to find out anything. Look at that. Down she goes. Oh yeah, that's great. Great stuff. Okay, enough of that. Thanks for the show. We should probably RTB this guy. So, going back to the Mooseburger. So Scott, we can launch. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess we'll bring out the ASW helicopter in case we start to come across, or the ASW loadout, in case we come across sniffs of that Romeo. So it's a little dangerous because we're blind right now. Yeah, we'll hold people. We'll hold our ships here. I'm just gonna increase the time to get this merchant out of the way, and then when that merchant's out of the way, we can take a look at. See if we got a clear shot here to the Kravac. We do. So yeah, we can. I wonder if we can actually use SMs on that. Oh, sorry, that's not the right vessel. We could use a harpoon on the Kravac and see what happens. But I don't want to do that until... Yep, there goes that. Okay, we'll mark the time. It's 16, or it's just balls, 30, Zulu. We'll see how fast it takes for them to reload. Oh, I thought this helicopter was, why is it not... Is it getting in a landing pattern? Okay. I was confused. I thought I was going to go to the ship that Easy Rider 1 just took off from. Yeah, let's see what the lateral distance is here. That's not great. I mean, it's 3.4 nautical miles. You know, what I'm checking for is, if I was to fire a harpoon here, do I believe that the harpoon is going to miss this and go to this merchant over here, which is only to the side by 3.5 nautical miles? And I'm not sure that I can safely bet that it's not going to hit it, so we'll just wait, get them to clear out. Okay, so 5 minutes have elapsed. He's fired another one at us. We'll see if this is going to go on every 5 minutes. Jeez. That really needs a hit. Okay, thank goodness. That got pretty close. So that's 20 miles from the ships. We got to do something about that, but it's really difficult getting vessels up there once we have the Kervac just sitting there. Yeah. I think her guns, the AKs, are like 11 nautical mile range. Yeah, 11.3, so ours is 12.4. We got 1 nautical mile buffer. And I don't know, I can't remember if she used her Silex or not. I don't think she did yet. And then the SAM system is pretty short ranged, 8.1 nautical miles. Alright, I'm thinking we're just gonna take control of Preble. And then we'll jet out ahead, try to get a better angle. If I could avoid that merchant, we're going to do the best we can. Alright, just get some direct control here. Easy Rider, drop us on a buoy there, and drop across. We might have to pull back. I don't know if there's gun sights around that missile site. Alright, let's crawl ahead. So 35 was the last missile shot. Whoa! Alright. 5365 wake-homing torpedoes. This is a good catch. Can do a couple things here. I figure if this guy was going to be anywhere, he's going to be around the bend. If not, he was going to be here. And we'll see how close he is. Yeah, the good thing about the spread here is you can see the little angular difference, right? And now if I move that way, well, let's actually delete this. This one's kind of a weird one. Okay, and then go back here. No, wrong button. Yep. I'm just going to try my best to line up the same angle. And what that lets me do is I can then see where these two torpedoes cross right there. It is likely that the submarine is in that spot. It's pretty damn close. So we pull that out. And 5365 is, I think, 10.7 nautical mile range. Yeah, or 10.3. Okay, 10.3. So the... And pull that out from that spot where I think he fired at. 10.3. So this makes sense. We probably just popped into range and he's like, oh, there they are, and he fired at us. You can also do, if you wanted to, you can pull out another cursor or another ruler here and say 10.3. And what you're doing here is saying, well, maybe I got really lucky and he fired a torpedo right at this spot and I detected it with my sonobuoy at that time. So if that's the case, then you have to run out. This is like the worst case in distance-wise that you have to run out. You have to run out past this line to know that you're entirely safe. If he had fired the torpedo right then and there, the closest to you, and you detected it, you got to get past this line to be safe, because then the torpedo will run out. However, if we're saying that he's probably fired from this area that those bearings cross from the torpedoes, see the separate ones? So if that's the case, then we just have to get past this line. So we're going to go ahead and command everybody to do that. I'm going to tell him to go there, flank speed, just in case we'll go fully past that. Do I think we detected the enemy torpedoes right when they fired? I don't think that at all. I think what happened is okay, he's already going flank. We detected them after launch and they had been running for a little bit. So what we'll do is get there's another sonobuoy dropped on them right here, and we're going to hope that the Kravac doesn't shoot at us. We're going to be really close. So it's going to be pretty sketchy. And in fact, this might warrant a little risk-taking to fire a harpoon or two at the Kravac to try and stop him from shooting at the helicopter. So we'll do that. I'm going to take the risk. So we'll fire 1, 2, and then we'll fire Mark 46 down this bearing here, and then we'll also fire our ASRock, and then our noisemaker. We'll just chuck one out. Preble, noisemaker. We already got the counterfires going, so we don't need to worry about that. Chuck your noisemaker out. Okay, cool. There we go. There's the noisemaker. Lots going on here. Okay. See how this goes. There we go. The ASRock. I seen one of these in real life. We were doing a test for one of the newer ones for a VLA, and they show you the footage later on, like the test flight footage. And they just look silly. To me, it's like this big, heavy thing. They're firing at the helicopter. Damn it. We'll have to get out of there. Yeah, it's this gigantic, dumb thing. Just sailing through the air. Alright, cool. Hopefully that helicopter makes it out. And if it can hold on a little longer, we can wait to see if these guys are going to hit the Kravac. She's angrily firing at the harpoons now. Keep at it. Keep at it. Ooh, missed. Nice. We have a chance. We have a chance. Please miss. Please miss. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, both of them are still inbound. Oh, yes. Oh, this is crazy. Oh boy. Drop, 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 drop. Yes, good hits, good hits. Okay, nice. Now we can go back to business. Thank you very much. I'm really happy that this helicopter didn't get shot down. It is like a curse for me. I'm going to lose an SH-2 in a scenario. It just always happens. I get distracted by other things going on, or these guys just don't fly away from fire. They're really brave. Wow, look at that. Nice. Oh, Grisha, not a Petya, sorry. Whoa. For some reason it looks so slow. It's going 45 knots. I wonder if that's just because how I got these zoomed. Yeah, that's why. It's the weird zooms that I got going on. Sorry, guys. Okay, that's great. Kravak is dead. Grisha. Do we have a clear shot? Nah. Well, it really doesn't warrant the risk. I don't think she's... We'll wait for that merchant to get further out the way there. Okay, who's doing that? Oh, that's coming from the island over there. Crap. Oh, man. There's some sort of gun flash over there, yeah. Oh, there we go. See, that's where the sub's not far from where we thought. This is tricky because you see there that we've got some sort of... Let's mark this battery. And we got that other site. Damn, that was close. Okay, we'll play it realistic and wait till we get classification on this, and then we'll kill it. We shouldn't have to worry about friendly subs being here because that would have been disclosed to us, but we're just not gonna. There it is. Okay, that's a hostile sub. What could it be? Let's look at the information. It's empty. Alright, let's get... Three knots. I want to get a kind of a stern aspect shot that'll increase the chances that they're not going to be able to evade it. The biggest danger here, though, obviously, is the anti-aircraft fire coming from that island. There's not a lot of room here. That island's only 12 nautical miles away. Okay, come down, and then I think we got our opening for an attack. If he's swinging out to the starboard side turn, we can kind of come up behind. Fire at him. You know what, we're just gonna have to go for it. We can't be messing around with this anti-aircraft fire too long. It's just an odds game. Yep, come on. Please. Okay, good. Don't stop, keep going. What are you doing? Oh, man. In fact, dive to the ground here. Alright, here we go. I think that worked out really well. Oh, he did notice what we were doing. I take that back. He doesn't have a lot of room to run. It's pretty shallow out here. Whoa. And... good hit. Oh, that's a brutal hit. I mean, look at the size of this sub. It's hurting. Okay, he fired his ASW torpedoes. I think that's just strange behavior, because the guy would know that we oh, he just dropped out of nowhere. He's dead. Yeah, what I was saying is, I understand he's trying to counterfire a torpedo, but he's assuming that he's counterfiring against a submarine if he's firing this ASW torpedoes. He would know what a Mark 46 is and would know that can't come from a submarine, so I should, if anything, fire a surface torpedo at it. Or if I don't detect any helicopters around, or if I don't detect any warships around, I assume it was from an aircraft, so I'm not going to be able to really counterfire anything. Okay, I think we're good there. Now the other... Boy, what else do we have to do now? Jeez, we got the sub out of the way. Well, it might be there's other subs out there, but we just don't know. Okay, everybody else can come back into formation. Oh, join formation, yeah, you can get up in there, and then you can head out this way. What's this guy doing? Formation. Okay, let's set 65s. Alright, they've all run out. It looks like the gun is on this side, so maybe we'll swing around this way and we'll take a chance that there's nothing there. There probably is. I'm assuming we'll assume the worst, that there's guns on both sides, so at some point we're just gonna have to blast our way out with 5-inch. And there is a missile battery, so yeah, that's not ideal. Yeah, we can delete all this other stuff here. Well, that was fun. I like killing submarines. I never get enough of it. Okay. Merchant's clear. We should be good to fire a harpoon at this guy. Let's see if it clears the terrain. Oh, let's slow that down. I want to watch. Oops. There we go. Oh yeah, right in line. Look at that. Looks, yeah, there's a coastal battery or something right there. Yep. I was trying to fire at the harpoon too. Come on, make it. No, are you going? You've been spoofed, haven't you? Yeah, you've been spoofed. Okay, well, do that again. Well, you know what? Scott should be able to... do an SM1, that's just more likely to get through and less likely to get shot down. So there's 2 other Soviet warships out there. One of them just has a SAM system, 16 nautical miles. The other one had the Shattuck missiles, which had fired all of them already, so that should be easy to kill. Here we go. Yeah, good hit. That's enough to kill it. Cool. Krisha is done. Guess all those secondary flashes. Try to put a sonobuoy up ahead there, but we might have to pull back. What I really want is to be able to have that guy shoot at us again so that we can get the 5-inch on him. In fact, let's flank. It is a risk though, because we've got to think if there's other submarines out there. We're really just relying on this one sonobuoy that we're relatively close to. So we want to get some sonobuoys out to catch if there's any other shooters out there. But of course we're worried about the AA battery. Yep, it's already firing there. But I want it to show up on the map again so I have a target for this guy to shoot at. Oh, this one's showing up in visual range. Can I fire? Oh, we're out of range. Oh, are these... I can't tell if that gunfire is coming from this island or if it's coming from the visual marking over there, which is, let's see, kind of off the... well, not off the nose, about that way. Somewhere over there. Alright, that's the site. Okay, that's at least, we're getting really close to firing at that thing. That'll be really good. That'll save us a lot of pain. Okay, that's a sampan. Maybe that one's going to be the same. Coastal artillery, alright. Yes. It's really neat looking. You see the little guys in there too? Okay, let's get going. Man, he's getting close to Mooseburger. Ooh, this guy's getting some near misses. That's so cool, seeing them all lined up on the horizon there. Alright. Oh, that's awesome. Just ships firing guns. That's awesome. Yeah, look at that flashes. Yes. Ooh. Man, this is getting real for him now. Yeah, ooh, nice hit. Did that shut him up? Ooh. Oh, nope. He's still going. So cool. Yeah, well, we can do some visual recon there with the helicopter. Let's speed this up. Man. It's got some damage. Oof. Oh, that's so cool. Oh man, look at that. Alright, I think that's dead. And then those guys are the sampans behind the island. I don't think there's any more guns. So, all that leaves us with is we're gonna have to we'll get higher up. Yeah, we wanna we're cleared now to get through here. We'll have to adjust the formation. I want to, you know, when you're in kind of tight straits like that, you need to get yourself into a line formation. Formation, change, create, oh, edit formation, there we go. Relative positions. Just everybody kind of fall in line. Let's get the Preble up front. Alright, I think that's kind of in line. Slow down to 1/3 so that everybody can get in formation, then we'll just start our transit. Everybody's jumping in. Oh, I have no idea where the enemy vessels went. Did they just keep going? They go up this way? Hmm. Alright, we'll go ahead and set our flight deck. Does Scott not have? Hmm. Wonder if we are in range. We are in range of that guy. Alright, we'll raise the altitude, get our radar going. Need to figure out where those two vessels went. There was two hostile vessels. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Shore bombardment, baby. Let's see here. Oh, that's so cool. Oh man, that was close. Ooh, that was a direct hit. Wow. It does help that we're going pretty slow there. Mainly I wanted a chance for those ships to get in line there. Yep. Okay, that site is destroyed. We're good. Now we could speed up to 2/3. Get going. Easy Rider, go ahead and RTB. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to basically just drop sonobuoys down our route, and then we'll continue the surface search. Cool. Alright, it looks like... Yeah, it looks like we're launching in the right spots. Whoa. Oh, that was a sonobuoy splash. I thought that was a artillery splash. This is kind of cool because like those vessels just disappeared, and it kind of reminds me or makes me think of what it would be like in a dynamic campaign where you do have encounters like this where vessels might run away, or you might run away, and it's like that missed opportunity to kill some enemy vessels and they live to fight another day and kind of regroup and do that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I do want to see if we can at least fish them out. At this point, I'm pretty confident that, well, if I was to hide another submarine, I'd probably hide it somewhere around here. What's the range here? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I give myself 5 nautical miles with the SSQ-53s. They're not going to see out that far. It's just if you were to space buoys out 5 nautical miles, it's highly likely that the contact would get close to one of them, and that you would be able to detect something. So if you're doing like a buoy net, spread them out 5 nautical miles and you'll be all right. Okay, everybody is in formation. I think what's the max we can go? Yeah, 15 knots. Not too bad. All right. I hope we don't encounter any aircraft assets coming from the north. I would leave this boat slightly more exposed than I would like. And that site's dead. Oh, there they are. I bet if I was to try and ask who they are. Okay, so they're here and they're heading this direction. Okay. Wow, those guys are so far away from us. Yeah, we're not going to be able to catch them. It's like 100 nautical miles away. That's crazy. And they are going a speed that we cannot intercept. They're going 31 knots. We're topped out at 15 because of our merchant, so yeah, that's the... Unfortunately, we don't have air assets that can put warheads on them, so it is what it is. But that said, I think that clears us to just run in. I don't think there's anything else that could harm us, so that's great. So this is the 4th mission in the Pacific Strike series, so I'm looking forward to trying the other ones. I think that there's like 10 missions in that pack now. It used to be smaller. I just finished iBlank's missions, Task Force 75.3, and that was really great. I did the photo op mission at the end there. That was really neat. And yeah, if you know any other good mission packs or any good ASW scenarios, especially, I really like those. Or I like missions that do have submarines in them where you have to kill subs. Let me know. The only caveat is I don't like playing missions that go like way too long. Like 2 hours to me is too long. An hour is 30 minutes too long. This is about an hour. You know, right now I think we're sitting at like an hour and 7 minutes or so, an hour and 10 minutes. And then we won. So I like missions at this length. Victory, successfully escaped and lived to fight another day. All right, cool. Look at that. Decisive victory. There's a lot going on there. There was an air attack that I didn't really pay attention to or know about. But we got those missile batteries ashore. We had a gun battery ashore. We had ships driving themselves onto the beach. Yeah, and enemy ships running away from us as well. Well, that was pretty cool, though. Torpedo boats were awesome to engage. You know, living up to the destroyer namesake. So I had a lot of fun. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And once again, if you know about any, specifically also ASW missions, I'm really interested in those. Let me know. And the more realistic, the better. You know, I don't like the scenarios that are really... I get why some people do it, so I don't think that that's a fault in the mission design or anything. But some are just so over the top, and it's to make it more kind of harder to play and kind of exercise your tactical prowess. But some scenarios, they're just so over the top. Like, to me, it's not enjoyable because I don't believe that it would happen, so I just don't find it fun. But yeah, if you have realistic kind of mission ideas or scenarios that you can point me to play, please do. And thank you very much for all your recommendations, hopefully. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.